guys an award. It's more like an appreciation from Zetta Byte to the people with high attendances. So what I say by attendances is like you guys are trying to strive to make it happen. So even though you have not I mean, like you don't have a 100% capacity during your work, maybe you are sick or something like that, but you have a very great sense of responsibility. So, in the announcements, I already put I mentioned some of you guys with the high attendances, and of course, you guys are going to give the reward about it. And I want to announce it to you again. Like this reward is going to be on continuous reward because we are really appreciate with your attendances. We are really appreciate of what you are going to do in the company, your contributions, and also your sense of responsibility. So it's also the continuations of what Kar had already explained to you yesterday in the morning, 2 days ago, I think, in the morning regarding sick leave. So we know that people who have, I mean, like we cannot avoid any sickness or we cannot, like really push ourselves when we are really sick. But we really appreciate for those for maybe you have a slight flu or maybe you have a slight headache or maybe a cough or something like that. But you understand your responsibility and you try to strive to make it happen and you really contributed to the company. That's why we want to appreciate for those who are doing like that. And of course, we are going to reward you about it. And regarding this reward, like I said, the continuous rewards, it's going to be happen in July to December. So we are going to see for those who are trying to make their great values inside of the companies and they want to do a high attendances about it, and we really appreciate that. So that's why we will give you rewards. We will see for those people in December, and then we are going to announce it and tell you regarding the reward itself. And for those who already get the announce of the attendances, high attendances yesterday on the video, of course, I will contact you personally and I will explain to you regarding the reward by this week maximum. And I will give you some sort of certificates about your high attendances. And also, once again, I want to remind you that we are going to have a very slow week on August. So, especially on week 15th until 19th. So, for those of you who have a lot of points on leave, maybe you can check with me later on how much leave you still have or remaining leave that you have on the annual leave. I It will be great if you take a day off. I mean, like we have a lot of storm. I mean, like we already passed the storm by this month. So I hope you have a very relaxing mind and try to find a very good time and me time for yourself and reward yourself about it. So, and the last one regarding values. I saw on your feedback, guys, the questionnaire that I sent you last week or this week. Yeah, I forgot. So I sent to you, and I found your feedbacks. Some of you are still confusing about our values, but I will send you some PPTs also, so presentations about our values, so at least you will know how our cultures work. And 2 days ago, we are having a game in Bali team, so it's related to values. And I saw that Wira, you want to say strive to make it happen, but he forgets about the words. I understand that he understand or he remembers about these values, but he forget when we are playing that game. And it's quite fun. But this one of I mean, like we have seven values. The new one is given by Mr. Chris by this week, as you remember. But the other six values is already we already have it since day one of the company. And this one values, strive to make it happen. So we usually use it or apply it in our daily work. So this strive to make it happen, this means that you just need to, I mean, like when you have something and you face that, if there is a difficulties and something like that, you need to try to make it happen. For the example, you just not let it down, and you don't like quit or something when you face a problem, but everything in front of you, if you pass the problem, you will get something. The something, that something is will be it will be very great for you. For the example, if you find a task that you cannot do it, you try to make it happen, which means you try to solve it. You ask your friends will be there for you, your leaders will be there for you, and after you pass that task, who will be in a good positions, I mean, like who will get more positive things? You have the experience, you know how to solve it, and later on, if you face another problems, which is the same thing like the task you already did, you can understand it. So it's more into you. You have the knowledge, you have the experience, you have everything, that you have the logic even after that. So strive to make it happen. Once you face a problem, once you finish it, you'll be a new one. You'll get new experience. You'll get extra things to upgrade your level. Okay. But here this morning, I will take 2 more minutes. I will ask a leader to explain maybe regarding the strive to make it happens. Maybe you can give me an examples how you applied this value in your daily work, or maybe in your life. For the example, you find something that you experience it and you try to do it or apply this kind of value. I will pick maybe Joshua. Joshua, are you okay? Are you awake? Yeah. Good morning, Joshua. I cannot hear you actually. Or is it just me? Hello?
Okay,
Yeah.
hello.
Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, Joe, maybe you can tell me what do you think about the strive to make it happen. So maybe you can give me an examples of when do you usually apply this value within the company or in your life.
In daily work routine, especially for me, start to make it happen. I think when, like last me said, if we have a problem and then even we start like we have like rules 30 minutes, 40 minutes. If we start, we should asking asking like our leader, our colleague. I mean, and then if you can solve those problems, it will really rewarding for yourself. I mean, like your knowledge expanding. I mean, like you also know how to solve those problems in the future. If we if we face that again, I think that's it. And especially in team working in teams, it is really helpful. Like communicating with each team member.
Okay, that's great. So, right. That is a very good example, Joe. Thank you very much for sharing your experience and applying these values. So, for the rest, I hope you can find this kind of experience also during your work and apply these values in the company. So, like I told you, once again, there will be an award for the attendances with high attendances starting by this July until December. And we are going to reward you and appreciate your attendances, like I said. And the reward is going to be given to you on December. And for those who already get this kind of reward that I announced yesterday, I will message you on personal, And the second one is that I will give you another presentations regarding our values. So at least you can remind yourself regarding the values, and you can see how our cultures are going. Okay. So, all right, guys, that's all for today's morning. Hope you guys can do very well until the end of this week, and we will see or having a very good holiday or long holiday on August. So, yeah, I think that's all, guys. Thank you very much. Strive to make it happen.